and we can't wait to talk to her about it. It is Abby Farber of Poland, senior leader of the Poland softball team. Abby, thank you so much for taking the time to join us once again on Running Point.
Thank you so much for having me.
And Abby, I don't want to take the moment away from you. I don't want to. I don't want to. Do it for you. So why don't you let the people know the decision that you made and the announcement that you made over the weekend and how excited you are about it.
I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to continue my athletic and academic career at St Bonaventure University to play softball there.
The Bonnies. Abby, we know that one of your former teammates has gone down there and she's playing now, Brooke Bobbey there. How much of that went into this decision and knowing that you have someone that you really trust telling you how good the program is and what the program's all about? How much did that factor into this final decision picking St. Bonaventure?
Yeah, it definitely factored in a lot. Me and Brooke have been best friends forever, and we've been playing softball since 10U together. And we traveled all around the world together. We won the Junior League World Series together when we were 13. And Brooke has always been like a role model and a best friend throughout all sports. And I went to their camp in the fall, and Brooke introduced me to the coaches, the team, and they're also welcoming. And I'm so excited to play with Brooke again. It's going to be so fun.
What were some other factors that kind of went into making this decision? Because obviously it didn't come down to just that one fact. What were some other factors that made it kind of easy to pick St. Bonaventure and made you fall into wanting to be a Bonnie?
I really love the coaching staff. They are very supportive. And when I went to their camp, it was a great atmosphere there. And I love the campus. It's very pretty in the mountains, and it's a smaller campus. So I also like that too. And also, like all the girls on the team, I know a couple of them because they played travel ball with us this past year, and they were very nice and very welcoming. And it felt like the perfect fit and felt like home there.
We know the recruiting process can be a grind and it can be really stressful and it can put a lot of pressure on you. What kind of a relief is it to now, a couple games in your senior year, know where you're going? You don't have to worry about impressing college coaches anymore, and you can just really focus on making your team as good as possible and putting all your focus on your team this senior season.
Yeah, it's definitely a relief, especially because the recruiting process is so hard, especially because I lost my sophomore season to COVID. So it's definitely been a long process, but it all worked out in the end. And now I'm so excited to finish off my senior year strong at Poland.
All right, let's talk about this senior year and this team this season and what it's like to kind of get back into softball. You're a multiple sport athlete. We saw you all season during the basketball year, and now you make that transition from basketball to softball. Talk about what it's been like to finally get on the field and to finally get back to softball because we obviously know it's your favorite. It's the one that you kind of hold most dear. So, what was it like to kind of finally get back to a softball field after a long off season and having to wait a couple extra days with the weather in Ohio too?
Yeah, it's awesome to be back out on the field. And our team's really close this year because we've all been playing with each other since we were young, like in 10U. So it's really fun because we're all really close and we're having a good start to the year. We're 3-1. So we're doing really good so far, and we want to keep it going throughout the rest of the year.
You've been a statistical leader for a little bit on the softball team, but now you get to be a senior leader and you get to be kind of more of a vocal leader, energetic leader, and people that the young kids can look to for advice. What's that been like transitioning? And obviously, you got a taste of it in the basketball as well, but transitioning from just a statistical leader to now a emotional and energetic and vocal leader on this team as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been a transition, but I try to keep the team together. Like when we make an error or the other team gets a good hit, I try to always stay positive in the field and just be talkative because when I do it, everyone else follows along. And then like when we're hitting in the dugout, me and the other seniors lead cheers and just cheer on our teammates up the bat because we just want to be supportive and keep the positive energy no matter like what the score is. We just want to be great leaders for the younger kids because that makes the whole team better.
Abby, I just wanted to know what's one thing for you that you think you could most work to improve on this season to make you better, and also next year as you head out to St Bonaventure. What's the one area you think like, man, if I get this down, I could really take my game to the next level?
One thing I could work on would be in the field, getting a quicker release to throw the ball. I could always work on getting faster with that, especially in college because all the runners are going to be faster. And then with hitting, I can work on pitch selection because sometimes I get too excited when I get up to bat, so I don't swing at the best pitches. But I can definitely work on everything and keep getting better over the summer to prepare for college softball.
Talk about Coach Sarrich and this coaching staff that you're under, and how they've helped you grow not just as a softball player over your career, but also as a person, and what it's like being under them.
Yeah, all the coaches we have this year and in the past years are awesome. They're very positive and they support us through everything we do. They come to all of our other sporting games. Like Coach Sarrich was always at our basketball games supporting us. And one of our assistant coaches, Mr. Bocherry, helped me throughout the recruiting process because he played baseball at St Bonaventure with the softball coach, the head coach. So he helped me get recruited by them, and he was a big help throughout the whole process. But the whole coaching staff is awesome. Everyone loves them, and we have a great time every single year. It's always fun.
You know, when we have coaches on, we ask them what's one thing that you hope that players take away from them when they leave their program. So what's one thing that you are going to take away from Coach Sarrich when you leave Poland softball? If you had to, if you want to say multiple things, because I'm sure he's taught you a lot, but when I ask you what's one thing you take away from being in this program under him, what kind of things come to mind?
Um, what comes to mind is he always wants us to have fun because that's the main reason we should play sports. And he always tells us to work hard every single day. So those would be the two things I'd take away from him. Have fun and always work hard because if you do that, then you'll be successful.
All right, Abby, what is your favorite post-game meal after a big win on the softball field?
Usually me and my teammates go to the poorhouse, which is right in Poland. So we always go there after our big wins.
Well, I've also heard that there's a Handles pretty close by to
Yeah.
Poland. Is that a big? Because I figure with softball, it's getting warmer. Ice cream becomes more of a temptation. Is Handles a big softball hangout after a big game too?
Yes, usually we go to the poorhouse and Handles is right next door. So then we would just walk over. We would all get ice cream after a big win.
What is your go-to Handles flavor for ice cream?
I like cotton candy the best. I also like Oreo.
That's
So either
sugar.
one is pretty good.
A lot of sugar in that cotton candy.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you excited at the plate.
Yeah.
Abby, when you look at some of your favorite memories with Poland, it's starting to wind down. Your senior year is starting to wind down. This is the last sport, obviously. You're starting to do a lot of things for the last time. Reflect a little bit on your career at Poland, not just as an athlete, but also as a student, and some of your favorite things about being in this Poland community and being able to represent Poland high school.
Yeah, I love Poland. Our community is so supportive with everything we do, whether it be athletics or academic. But my favorite memory for softball would have to be freshman year. Our team won regionals and we went undefeated and we made it to the state semifinals. So that was a really cool experience. But whatever we do at Poland, we always have supporters and everyone's so supporting and happy for each other when things go our way.
All right, Abby, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. But before we let you go, I want you to, because we did this with basketball, we want you to do it again for anyone that missed your basketball interview. Give a shout out to your support system, the people that are always there for you and the people that you wouldn't be where you are without.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to my family, my friends, all my grandparents and aunts and uncles that don't live around here and get to watch on YSN every single day, and all my coaches and everyone else that has helped me along the way.
All right, Abby, thank you so much again for joining us today. It was great to hear from you, and we wish you the best of luck the rest of the season. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much for having me.